David Smiedt.
Hello. Hey, it's my pleasure to be here this evening, and as I have a brief chat with you guys, you're going to notice that I have a little bit of an accent that's going to come out from time to time. So I'm going to level with all of you right now from the very, very start. I'm from South Africa. So I thought I might start by saying a few things you've probably never heard a South African say before. So, please. Thank you. After you. My mistake. And well played. I'm also Jewish, so you get two stereotypes for the price of one. That's for cash. And like all Jewish men, I was circumcised at 8 days old, and people say, how do you remember that? And I say, because it really hurt. It hurt so much that I couldn't walk for a year. Still, though, has its advantages in life. You try getting a Jewish girl to touch anything that isn't 10% off. I came to live in Australia when I was 18 years old. I'm a very proud and patriotic Australian citizen, but I didn't have to do the test. I didn't have to do the citizenship test to become an Aussie citizen. Has anyone here done the test by any chance to become an Aussie citizen? What? Craig has. Where's Craig? Is he in the room, or is it just someone you know? Craig, the fucking guy at work in IT. He did. Hello, sir. What's your name?
Darren.
Darren. And where are you originally from, Darren? From? Israel. Okay.
New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand. I thought you said Israel. Sorry. And how did you go on the test? Did you pass? Do you remember what's... He's here. Well done, you. Well. And do you remember what score you got? 97%. 97%. Bloody hell, that is un-Australian, my friend. It's a weird concept, 20 questions about what it truly means to be an Aussie. And I don't know if you can reduce it to 20 questions. It's a weird concept for me. There's one story that comes close about what it truly means to be an Australian for me. A few years ago, Prince Charles's private secretary is travelling through Brisbane International Airport. And he gets that form to fill in at customs, and it says occupation. And he writes, courtier. Courtier. He hands it to the bloke behind the desk at customs, who looks at it and goes, mate, there's no T in courier. Welcome to Australia. So I'm 18 and I'm ready to date Australian women like they've never been dated before. I find out, however, that I'm incredibly shit at dating. The only thing I can consistently arouse in women is suspicion. Or the desire to set me up with their cousin Armand, who has just come out of the closet. So I know when I jumped up here tonight, a few of you were looking at me a bit like Ian Thorpe. You're trying to figure out whether I'm a backstroker or a breaststroker. Poor Thorpe. Apparently he wants to go live in LA now and make movies. It's his new career. His first film is called The Bi-Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And one of the things that confused me when I was a young dating guy was the grooming and looking right, and specifically smelling right was something that quite confused me. Like my dad had, like, sir, well, what's your name over there, sir? Ross. What sort of aftershave do you wear, Ross? You look like a styling guy who's got his act together.
Goat's milk.
Goat's milk. Okay. Harder than it looks, isn't it, Ross? What about you there, sir, at the end of the table? What's your choice of aftershave?
Just whatever's around, really.
Just whatever's around, really. You are so single, aren't you? Okay. My dad, I envy my dad. He had 3 aftershaves to choose from.
Sorry, I forgot.
Jupe. Oh, that's very cool. Nice. Very classy. I like it. Like my dad had 3 aftershaves to choose from. What were they?
Old Spice.
Good. Brute. Old Spice. Brute. Aramis. Remember Aramis, ladies and gentlemen? Aramis.
Karate!
What was that?
Blue Stratos.
Blue Stratus. It sneaks in. But the one I like the most is Aramis, because I understand Aramis. You can smell like a Greek god. I get it. What I don't get is the new fragrance entitled Intimately Beckham. I don't want to know what Intimately Beckham smells like, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm certainly not splashing it on my face. I did that joke at a Mardi Gras comedy event in Sydney, and a guy in the front row went, "I'd take a squirt." There you go. Did someone say, "So would I"? Excellent. Fucking hell.
As long as it was David.
What?
As long as it was David.
As long as it was David.
That was some clone one.
Yeah.
Victoria.
But not Victoria. Okay. Thank you for the commentary, Wikipedia. That was great. And now talking about aftershave, I have to show this to you guys. I saw this the other day, and I had to share it with you guys. And just so you know that I'm not making it up, sir, just help me with this. I'm going to ask you just to read the name of this aftershave so the people there can't see it. It's a 2-word title. Can you just read what it's called?
Extreme Junkie.
It's a body spray, thanks sir, called Extreme Junkie. Is that the worst product name you've ever heard in your life? And I thought, what would Extreme Junkie smell like? I had to give it a go. And I sprayed it on, and it smelled like I hadn't showered for a week and a half. And the really cool thing is, you get a little Extreme Junkie wallet with your Extreme Junkie body spray. Great. And the odd thing is, you open up the Extreme Junkie wallet, and there's someone else's credit card in it. Really odd. I thought, that is it. I'm never going to find a worse named product than Extreme Junkie. And then a friend got me this. Ladies and gentlemen, can I share with you slag? Slag. It's a dairy topping called slag. And you see there's a slogan over here, and it reads, "Nothing spreads easier than slag." Right, so the chatty blonde lady, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah. Now, who are you here with this evening,
My
Sarah?
husband Chris.
Hi, Chris. How are you going? How long have you guys been married?
2 years.
2 years. Awesome. Do you still do the talking dirty thing?
Oh my God.
Dude, good on you for doing like a relationship. Because you've been.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years.
Not to him.
Not to him though. Wow. Okay. What was your name again, Target?
Derek.
Derek. Did he just... If that is the name you just made up, it's the worst fucking made up name. Derek.
Oh, from Ipswich.
He's an architect.
Okay, you see, Derek? I'm working. Yeah? And I don't come to your job and tell you how to wash a windscreen before the traffic light changes. Now, do I? That's where you stop talking, Gary. Okay, so the talking dirty thing. And I've been with my partner now for 10 years. So you've got to keep it alive and do new things, right? Talking dirty. And this is the one thing that I have trouble with, because ladies, if you're into a bit of dirty talk, great, yay the sisterhood, right? But the thing is, no one ever teaches us guys how to do it. No, you don't. You just say, talk dirty to me. It's just talk dirty. And then you kind of go, oh, what am I meant to say? And I've only done it once. I've done it once in my life. And I have to admit to you guys that I panicked. I panicked a little bit. And I said, this girl's like, talk dirty to me. And I said, I'm going to plough you like the dirt that you are. And we don't talk anymore. Man, so my friend from the UK over there, did you, you were, yeah, the man who helped me with Extreme Junkie, sorry, I've forgotten. Growing up in the UK, did you have that thing with your mates about, did you get to first base? Did you get to second base? You know what, you do know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, the boys in the schoolyard, we talk about this thing. And the thing is, again, no one tells you, I got confused about where my hands were meant to go for each of the bases. Like, no one ever says, this is what this means, right? And you know why it's so confusing? Is it's because it's baseball talk. And we are a cricket-playing nation. We need to swap it over and make it cricket speak. So first base would become unleashing a couple of bouncers. Second base, you've penetrated the middle order. Third base, you've copped an unexpected googly to the chin. And fourth base, you're occupying the crease. Oh, wait, none of that works, you go home for a full toss. I'm sorry, ladies, sorry, the ladies that have fun. It's a very blokey joke that I'm going to try to redress the balance for you here. Guys, seriously, you can tune out for the next 30 seconds. It's totally cool. You guys, you're probably going to go out dancing after this somewhere, you know, to a nightclub or something. You've got to be very careful of drink spiking. It's a huge problem here in Brisbane. A friend of mine went out recently and someone slipped some GHD into her drink. And she woke up in a strange place with perfectly straight hair. Now, every guy in this room at some point in his life, I was talking dirty before, at some point in his life is going to be with a fuck me girl. Now, for those of you who are pretending not to know what I'm talking about, now, fuck me is the noise that these ladies make when you're having sex with them. Now, girls, if this is working for you and it's heightening the mood, do it. That's fine. But I've got to tell you that it doesn't help us boys. Because when I hear fuck me, I'm thinking, bitch, I'm in top gear here! I haven't got 7 extra inches stowed away for the finale. This is the show. Yeah. So when I was a single guy, I dated women for the wrong reason, and you kind of only learn that as you get a bit older. I dated one girl because she told me she was bi, and it turns out she meant polar. Gotta let people finish their sentences. So I got married eventually. It was good. My wife converted to Judaism, which is a long process. There's lots of studying and lots of exams. The final question of the final exam, they said to her, name 2 of the prophets. Name 2 of the prophets. She said net and gross. You're in! Come on down. And that relationship didn't last, unfortunately. Got divorced. Divorce is really hard, man, and for a number of reasons. Well, this was a tough divorce because there was a child involved. Me. I was single for a while as an adult, and it was weird. And like I was in my mid-30s and single, which was hard. And you do this thing where you talk to guys. Do this thing. Where are the single boys in the audience? Bang your hands together. Where are the single boys? I salute your courage, sir. Single guys, we do this thing. We whinge to our mates and we go, you know what? I'm single and I can't meet women. I can't meet. There's meant to be a man drought in Australia, and I can't meet women. And then we get into a relationship and we still whinge to our mates. Oh, mate, since I've been dating this girl, you wouldn't believe it. Wherever I go, I meet these gorgeous women. Wherever I go, throwing themselves at me. That's because someone else is dressing you now. And single girls get a different thing going on, especially like you go to a family wedding. And this happens a lot to single girls. Now, it doesn't happen to guys. You'll be at a wedding, you're single, and where are the single girls at the bridal table here? Who's the single? Wow, you're the last one left, aren't you? Wow, excellent. How special are you feeling right now? You'll remember this though, right? When you were single, you go to a wedding, and all your old aunties will get their elbows out and nudge you and point at the bride and go, that'll be you next, love. That'll be you next. If you want them to stop doing that, say exactly the same thing to them at funerals. And I'd forgotten about dating, a few things. Specifically, guys, bride-to-be, what's your name, sorry? Bisha. Misha with an M, okay. Like Misha Barton? Yes. Excellent work. We both read NW, don't we? Excellent work. And your husband-to-be, his name is? Glenn, okay. Now, did you know how long did it take before you knew Glenn was the one? Was it like...
8 years?
It took 8 years before you realised he was the one. Wow. Jesus. Okay. Do the words pre-marriage counselling mean anything? Okay. It's a because women tend to know sooner than men. They do. Generally, the girl knows this is the guy. This is the guy I want to spend the rest of my life with. And when ladies know, they'll let the guy know. They'll drop hints and they'll make it clear that, I want to move to the next stage of the relationship here. And a mate of mine handled this beautifully. Been with his girlfriend for a while. She was dropping all these hints, and he was like, right, I'm going to respond so she knows that I'm feeling her where she's at emotionally. And he did this quite beautifully. He got her a subscription to a bridal magazine. A 5-year subscription to a bridal magazine. And until I met you, I thought that would be too long. Wow. So, what was that? Win the lotto. Okay. So I was single and I met someone. I'm married now. I've been married for 5 years, and it's really, really cool. I love being married, but it's a weird thing, newlyweds. Have you guys been asked? Do you have kids?
No.
Have you been asked?
I've been 10 years, but married to.
Okay. Have you been asked yet when you're having kids? Isn't it the most invasive question? I get, Dave, when are you having kids? When are you guys going to have kids? And I don't know if we're going to have kids and when we're going to have kids, but I do know that I want something decent to threaten them with. if they do come along. Like, because my mum and dad lived through World War II, right? And my grandparents lived through the Depression. So they know what hardship is all about and deprivation and sacrifice. And I come from the cushiest generation in history. What am I possibly going to say to my kids as a threat? Hey, when I was your age, we couldn't be online and on the phone at the same time. It's got no weight at all. Names, too. Names would be a weird thing. I struggle with names. Is there anyone in from the States tonight, by any chance? Yay. Cultural diversity 0, Brisbane 1. It's a weird thing where you find that the Aussies who name their children after places in America that they have no connection to, never been to, Cheyenne, Dakota, Savannah, Montana, Georgia. Like, you're never going to meet an American guy who goes, well, my boy in the mask there, that's Gimpy. And these are my twin girls, Aubrey and Wodonga. Or if they're identical, Wagga Wagga. So, I don't have kids. I have 2 dogs, though. Where are the dog owners? There'd be dog owners here. Where are the dog owners? Hello. Hey, ma'am in the pink scarf there. What sort of dog do you have?
Tibetan Spaniel.
A Tibetan Spaniel. What's the name of your Tibetan Spaniel?
Bobby.
Ollie.
Bobby.
Bobby. Fuck, my hearing that. Bobby. That's a good name. I like it. Where are the other pet owners? Yes. Bride-to-be. Fucking Val girl. Excellent. What kind of dog? A poodle. Excellent. What's your poodle's name? Pebbles the poodle. Fucking hell. Yeah. Wow. I'm just forming such a complete picture of you. Took me 8 years to realise he was the one. I've got a dog called Pebbles. Oh, excellent. You've got a teddy bear on your bed, haven't you? Really?
They're all in a garbage bag in the shed.
They're all in a garbage bag in the shed. Fuck, what? Along with your first 2 boyfriends? I have 2 dogs. I have a dog called Barry. He's a spoodle, and his name is Barry Crocker Spaniel. I kind of chucked with. And I have another dog called Macy. And now that I'm away in Queensland doing some gigging here, I've sent them to doggy daycare. Have you guys heard of doggy daycare? Yeah. So it's like daycare for kids, but for your dogs. And it's great fun, because the nicest thing is during the day, you can watch your dogs on a webcam that they've got on the play area. Yeah. And the webcam is password protected. They change the password every day, because you don't want strangers watching your dog. Petophiles. Careful. So I went to the Ekka the other day, and I got this there. At first I thought it was for a kid, but it's not. Can you see this, everyone? Yeah, okay. No arse. Can I just add? No arse at all. And it's a dog outfit, right? It's a dog outfit. And at what point do you look at your poodle and go, you know what? Not slutty enough. And when you don't have kids, you get to travel a lot. I love travelling, and I like going to different areas of the world. I like trying new airlines especially. I don't know if you guys know this, but the official airline of the Middle Eastern nation of Qatar is called Air Qatar. It's reason enough to fly it. First class business mosh. Yes. And I like going to the UK. Whereabouts in the UK are you from originally, sir? South London, okay. I love the UK, I love the English sense of humour. I saw the best sign I have ever seen in my life, ever, and it just said, veterinary surgeon / taxidermist. And underneath, in really tiny writing, either way, you get your dog back. And I like going to the States. America's a fascinating place for several reasons. And they have the same issues in the States that we have here. One, the drug ice is everywhere in the States. Went to see a new production of Disney on Ice. Those dwarves have dropped a lot of weight. Another thing they freak out about in the States is the Indian call centres, right? Oh, wow, someone cheered. Now, I know these guys are just trying to make a living, the guys in India, but I think to make it more fun for the rest of us, what we need to do is outsource all of our unsolicited phone calls to India, even the dirty ones. I would love to get a filthy phone call from Mumbai every night. Yes. You'd get a bit tetchy. It'd be dinner time. Hello. I'm going to split you like a papadum. What? Who is this? I'm hotter than a vindaloo and wetter than a monsoon. What are you going to do about it? You just know that conversation would end with, thank you, come again. Right. Another thing they freak out about in the States is this issue of gay people in the army, gay people in the military. And I reckon it's a bizarre debate for me in 2009. I reckon we should go all the way with this, like the Indian call centres. Every army in the world should be staffed exclusively by gay people, I reckon. Because that way, you'd have no wars, just parades. Nicer world to live in. We can still fight, we just don't have to clash. So I did that joke at a comedy club in New York, sitting where you guys were 4 Marines who were drunk and angry, really been drinking steadily. They right up on the stage yelling at me, "You can't say shit like that, man. Our people are out there every day busting their asses, putting their lives on the line in the name of justice and liberty. You can't say shit like that, man. Do that joke one more time, we will hunt you down and make you pay." I was like, guys, you couldn't find Osama bin Laden. He's 6'7" and strapped to a dialysis machine. Oh, let's not be making threats. One more time, man. Do that joke one more time, I'll hunt you down and make you pay. It's like, yeah, right. These guys are going to find me in Paddington, Brisbane on a Saturday night and make me pay for telling that joke. Just don't see it happen. Now, ladies and gentlemen of Brisbane, you have been a pleasure to chat with, and before I go, I am so happy to just go, hey, it's been a great gig, I've had such fun, which I truly haven't, go now. Or, I want to test the water on something. You know, everyone's got that one friend who tells you really wrong town jokes, and you kind of love them for it. My mate told me this joke. It's a bit dirty, it's really dirty, it's a bit sweary, but if you don't want to hear it, I'm totally cool. If you do want to hear it, yes? Okay, before I go. A kid gets a train set for Christmas. He's playing with the train set in the living room. Mum is in the kitchen. This is what she hears. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the Sunshine Coast. Anyone wants to get on the fucking train, get on the fucking train. Anyone wants to get off the fucking train, get off the fucking train. And Mum listens for a moment, she goes, oh, that's not quite right. Listens for a moment longer. This is what she hears. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Brisbane. Anyone wants to get on the fucking train, get on the fucking train. Anyone wants to get off the fucking train, get off the fucking train. And the mum loses it. She's like, listen, mate, that's not how we talk in this household. Go upstairs for an hour, think about what you've done, and then you can come back and play with your train set. Kid goes upstairs, comes back. Mum's in the kitchen, he's in the living room. This is what she hears. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on the Gold Coast. Anyone wants to get on the train, get on the train. Anyone wants to get off the train, get off the train. If you're wondering why we're an hour late, ask that cunt in the kitchen. Ladies and gentlemen of Brisbane, you have been a joy. My name's David Smiedt. Thank you very much.
Please give it up for David Smiedt, ladies and gentlemen!
Jewish. Who would have thought, hey?